Now, I just picked up the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7, and I have to say, I haven't had this much fun using a smartphone in a very, very long time. Now, the thing is, I was using the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra as my main Android device alongside of my iPhone 15 Pro Max because I am still integrated into the Apple ecosystem. Even though the S25 Ultra is an absolute phenomenal phone, I was getting a little bit bored. Just in general with smartphones, getting a little bit bored. There's not really a lot different within smartphones these days, especially your standard bar phones. Each iteration, each upgrade is only a minor change to the next, and nothing's really excited me in that way. There are features that might excite me, but then using the phone as a whole hasn't been like this revolutionarily different experience for me. And then came the Z Fold 7. I was actually very skeptical at first because I've never been a big fan of the fold or flip phones. I love the idea of it, but using it in practicality I wasn't so sure about, so I've never really owned one of those before. So when the Z Fold 7 came out and all of the hype that followed it, I wasn't very impressed to begin with. So I didn't really consider even picking one up, but the more videos I saw about it, the more I saw people praising it, even with its minor faults and issues that people have noticed, I got more and more intrigued. So I went down to the local Samsung Experience store that I have here, and I thought, let me just check it out. And when I had a little play around with it for the first time, it caught my attention. Yes, it's very thin, and I've handled thin foldable phones before because my dad has a Oppo Find N5 and that's ridiculously thin. And so when I did handle the Z Fold 7, I was like, wow, this is slightly different. This has a unique feel to it that I've not experienced before. The previous iterations of the Fold were good, but they weren't good enough for me to kind of pique my interest. I don't know, there was just something that it didn't really catch my interest. But now with the bezels on the cover being almost gone and the phone itself being so thin that closed down it's as thin as a S25 Ultra, this made it feel very nice in the hand. And so I traded in my S25 Ultra and I picked up the Z Fold 7, and I've been using it for the past couple of days now, and it has only been a few days. Today, as I am filming this video right now, it is just past midnight, and therefore it's Thursday, and I picked this up on Monday. So it has only been a couple of days, and I have to say the experience has been phenomenal. I haven't enjoyed using a phone like this in so long. Like the excitement I'm getting by using this both closed and open is something that I haven't experienced for a very, very long time. I'm just having a lot of fun using the phone. Now, it doesn't come without its quirks. It doesn't come without things that I wish it did have and it doesn't have, or things that it has that I feel like are a little bit unnecessary maybe, or I don't know, there's obviously improvements to be made to foldable still. The technology is still evolving and improving, but I do have to say that phones like the Z Fold 7 are very fun to use. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the features that I do absolutely love about this phone, and a couple of things that I obviously have issues with. After using it for only a couple of days, I will do a much more detailed review later on. The first thing I do like is that though the front cover screen is slightly thinner than your traditional bar phone, I actually quite like that. It kind of reminds me of the Sony Xperia phones, which have this slightly narrower screen size, and for some reason, it just makes it really nice to use. And honestly, just using this thing with just the cover as a bar phone alone is good enough. It's so good. I could just use the phone like this without opening it up for the longest time. And sometimes I forget that it's a foldable and I can actually open it up and do more with it. So that's one thing that I've actually loved. It has been good to use, and it's been good enough to use. Even consuming media like Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, with it closed up has been a joy. Next up, obviously, this is my first fold phone that I've ever owned. So using it as a foldable, using it with the fold open has been an experience on its own. For me, where I've been super used to using phones like the iPhone or the S25 Ultra, where it's just a bar phone and it's just the one screen size and you don't get to kind of switch around, the novelty of being able to switch from it being closed and using it closed to then just kind of opening it up and then using it with the bigger screen has been amazing. Both for consuming media like on Instagram or on YouTube, or watching Netflix videos, or just scrolling through kind of emails and doing other random bits and pieces of things that I would do day to day on my phone on a larger screen without having to carry around a larger screen, if you get what I mean. And it keeps things fresh, because you sometimes forget that you're using a foldable, and then you're using a foldable, and it makes such a difference because you're now using what's essentially a completely different device. The features that it has when the fold is open versus what it has when it's closed are very different. You've got multitasking, the app's resized to look bigger, you almost have a desktop kind of feel to it, or a tablet feel to it. It's been a really fun experience to use it like that. And yes, I might seem overly excited because this is my first fold phone that I've owned, like I said before, and so it's just been, I guess it's just that joy of using something different, something new, that has made this experience so great. The third feature that I really like, and that's actually really surprised me, is the camera. And yes, it does have the same 200 megapixel camera as the S25 Ultra did. The camera is really good. I'm very, very pleasantly surprised at how good this camera is. Like, I don't know what it is about it. I don't know what's different to even the S25 Ultra, but I've really enjoyed using the camera on this phone. And the fact that obviously you can do something like selfie mode, where you can record yourself with the cover open using the back camera. As a content creator, that's amazing, because if for whatever reason I did want to use my phone to record myself or to vlog with, yeah, it's a bit awkward holding it out like this, but I could vlog with the back camera while still seeing myself without compromising on the quality of my video by using that front camera. It's a good experience. As a content creator, it's something that's very handy. Now, one thing I do wish that they still had on this was S Pen compatibility, because I do have like this random S Pen from, I don't know, I can't remember where it's from. I think it's from one of my tabs, or I don't know when I got it, but I do have this extra S Pen that would just work because it did work on my S25 Ultra. It would have been nice to have the S Pen on this, which this doesn't have S Pen compatibility, and I am a little bit disappointed by that, because for something with a screen this big, being able to use the S Pen on this would have been fantastic. I don't know why Samsung decided to get rid of the S Pen compatibility, but I do wish they still had that. And of course, the screen quality, processing power, everything that this has, I'm not going to go into technicalities because I haven't measured everything out the way I would do in a full review. This is just my first impressions. All I can say, and I will end with this more or less, is that this has been a surprisingly incredibly fun phone to use. And I think this is what it means by innovation. And it might just be in my head, and I might just be following the crowd and following the hype, you might say that, but you know, I did want to grab one of the other foldables just to see how much I would have fun with those, and I have played around with my dad's Oppo Find N5 quite a lot before he started using it properly, and I incredibly enjoyed that phone as well. So it almost pretty much the same. I can't really compare the two, because that phone, I'll do a full different video on that. That phone's also very fun to use, and it might just be the novelty of using a fold phone that is what's getting to me right now, but it's just been very, very fun to use this phone. But that alone makes up the decision of probably this being my primary Android phone for the foreseeable future. I mean, I've spent a heck of a lot of money on this thing, so I'm probably not going to be moving away or upgrading from this anytime soon. I do still plan to get the iPhone 17 because, I mean, still gonna have an iPhone in my arsenal as my EDC, but I'm going to still have this as my primary Android phone just because I can use it in both ways. I've got a 2-in-1 here. Why would you not want to use something this beautiful? And yeah, it's a very nice looking phone. You gotta say, it is an actual, it's a very, very pretty looking phone. Just like the S25 Ultra was a very pretty looking phone. I think that was probably the best looking smartphone to have come out this year, but this guy might just take that away just because of how nice and sleek and slim it looks. I don't know. Personal opinion, take it as you will, but I'm going to leave this here, guys. And if you guys do want to support the channel a little bit, then do pick up my everyday LUTs from the link below in the description box, because that does help support the channel. In the pack, you get a couple of LUTs that I use in my day-to-day footage. The LUTs themselves have very slight tone changes, which helps add to give a slightly different look based off of whatever kind of video I want, or the look and feel of the video that I want. So do check those out. They are made for S-Log3 footage, so do keep that in mind. But you should just be able to drag and drop these LUTs and use them straight away. You don't really have to do too much. There's no color space transform involved. If you are using S-Log3 footage, they will just work directly on that log footage. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any questions about the S25 Ultra. Is there anything specific you'd like me to cover in my full review that I'll do, and I will do my best to include all of that. Until next time, guys, this is Kai24 signing out.